is switched.
All right.
All right.
So we good to go?
Hello, everybody. Got some Kid Chameleon here with Spellzapp.
Hello, everyone.
Spellzapp. Yay!
Yay.
I'm Travis. I will be helping commentate here. Are you ready on time, Gentatsu?
Yeah, he should be ready. So this is Kid Chameleon. Chubbiness and I are doing commentary here. I'm not very good at commentating and running the game. So I've invited him to help me out here, and between the two of us, we should be able to get all the knowledge out to you guys.
I think Gentatsu's ready for time. Just go ahead and give him a countdown.
Okay, we're gonna go on go. 3, 2. So 3, 2, 1, go.
Awesome. All right. So this game is pretty difficult if you've never played it before. It's got some really tight platforming in it. Pretty underrated game. This level has a pretty hard jump. You're trying to clear this platform with these rubber blocks. It doesn't save that much time, but it's a good optimization here. And he got near the edge of the platform. Give me 1 second.
Yep. So what we're doing here is we're actually doing a different category, and it's called 100K. And what we're trying to do here is get the warp, which will skip about half of the game. And to get that warp, we need to hit a certain point value. And you guys saw that it was kind of counting up at the end of every level. And so to get that point value, we need to not get hit and beat the level in a fast enough time. And so I'm going to try and do that here. I did get a backup clock, so we should be able to get hit on this level, but normally we just kind of blaze through and skip the clock.
But yeah, you basically are trying to get 100,000 points and have the what's it called? What's the helmet called?
Cyclone.
That's it. You want to have the Cyclone and have 100,000 points.
So if I've done it right, I should have at least 60,000 here.
Yeah, you're way good. But yeah, this game has a lot of different levels. I'm actually gonna post a link to the level map here. It's pretty crazy how many levels are in this game, and this particular category skips quite a few of them. These teleporters can skip you in between levels, and we definitely use that to our advantage. I run this game too. Spellzapp is admittedly a little bit better than me.
Oh, come on now. I've only got a handful of seconds over you.
Those seconds matter. But yeah, he's going through this. So this is the helmet he wants, and he has the right amount of points to get to it. Now he's going to go into this hidden little alcove, and these four prize blocks are going to have 10,000 points in them each. Once he gets to 100,000, the game will flash. So here's an epilepsy warning. Please close your eyes.
So that's how you know you got it.
And that will teleport you through past 2 bosses, and you will start with 1 health as Kid. One thing I haven't mentioned is the differences between the helmets. There are quite a lot of differences that change their mechanics entirely. Run speed, jump height, special abilities, things like that. There are a few we don't use, but most of them have their place in the speedrun.
Yeah, it's a bit shorter of a run, so we do skip a couple of the helmets.
Yeah, in certain levels, this is a pretty difficult level. That's another thing in this game, the flying aliens. are a huge source of the RNG in this game.
I'm really glad I studied the backup for this thing.
Oh, do you get the
Yeah.
thing?
Aliens, come on. So the aliens in this game are completely random as far as where they spawn, and then the flying ones, where they fly, if they decide to attack you, it's just all random.
They are the run killers. They're pretty difficult.
And they're not being very nice today. So normally you want to take that guy's name is Red Stealth, kind of the samurai-looking guy, through the level, and then you can jump down on those blocks. You can. That's his special ability. You can break blocks below you, and so that kind of gets a fast way through level. So we're just going through with this guy called Sky Cutter.
They're being pretty rude.
Very rude. I think that's the rudest they've been in a while.
This level has a pretty hard jump that he just kind of bypassed because when you do the backup, you're able to just kind of fly through with this, which kind of helps make up a little bit of time in this stage or screen rather. But it's not faster overall by any means. But normally you have to run and jump, and that's quite a difficult jump. At least I've found. You seem pretty consistent at it usually.
Yeah, I've been doing pretty good recently. But the whole main strategy of this game is to kind of keep the helmets that go the fastest through levels. And this helmet's very valuable because, as you can see, I'm just kind of riding along the ceiling of this level.
That's an important thing to note also. You do not get health refills when you change levels. So you are stuck with that amount of health. And in the top left, those circles are your health value. Some helmets have more health than others, but they're can cost you a lot of time if you lose a helmet that you got, like, say 3 levels ago, that you need to hold on to for a few more.
Yeah, and we take these helmets through quite a few levels, and it's going to make levels like this next one really, really easy. So normally you'd have to fly all the way up here, and you just kind of float all the way up.
Yeah, and as you can see, this one is pretty helpful a lot of the time. The Sky Cutter can flip gravity basically, and it's extremely fast. A little unruly if you need to do precise, like, turns. That's pretty hard to do.
Not that's intentional.
Oh, nice. Yeah, no, that was good. It was a little bit before. I forget about the 3-second delay here.
The only downside for that helmet, the Sky Cutter, is that it doesn't actually stop moving ever. So I usually want to ditch it before this level because I have to switch to this little fly guy anyway.
Right, and it's also a pain. I mean, you can manage it, but it's kind of a pain being on teleporter pads. You just kind of have to, like, spam left and right. That's another thing. There is a run button in this game. Do you have run enabled all the time?
Yeah. So on teleporters, the run button actually turns to walk. So you can kind of spam walk to stay on those teleporters.
Which definitely helps. Another thing to keep in mind is this game is obviously timed in RTA. And these score countdowns at the end make quite a bit of difference over the course of levels in terms of time. And there are ways to manipulate your score to get faster transitions like that.
Yeah, because it's got the no hit bonus, and as well as and it's not taking a hit through level. So you get 5,000 extra points if you don't get hit through a level. And so to negate that, we sometimes take an intentional hit, like I just did there on the way up on this level.
And then yeah, there's also not getting a prize, either a gem or a helmet. And also you want to avoid getting 1-up. Every 50,000 points you get a 1-up. and the one up that you get that just kind of bounces around the screen at the score tally screen, it takes about 3 seconds, and that's quite a bit of time.
So we're coming up on the first boss of this run. And the bosses in this game are quite comical, but one of the main strategies is just to kind of get yourself lodged above them so that you fall down on top of them and hit them quite a few times in a row. So you'll see this on both bosses in this game where we'll do that strategy.
This is also the first time you are using a
Gem power.
Once you get to 20 gems, you can use press the start button in conjunction with a special button, and you will use the power of that helmet. Most helmets have different powers, and this one slows time for the bosses, which just keeps them next to you right here on this platform, and can really speeds this fight up.
I bet this guy's got 1 health. Yeah.
Nice. Not bad, not bad. That's a pretty tough level. I reset on there quite a bit. There's a lot of optimization in that boss too.
So it's another sky color level. It's usually just, this game's not really, I mean, there's not a ton of tricks. It's mostly just about smooth platforming, which is pretty hard because this game, it's got, I would say, not the greatest movement or controls for movement.
It does feel pretty slippery, but I don't know, when you master it, it just feels so good.
It does feel really good.
It's very rewarding. But it is definitely a polarizing thing about the game. Does turn away some people, and also makes people pretty enthralled by it. So we're definitely abusing some teleporters here. Here's a pretty big pressure point of the run, where Alien RG can really mess with you.
I guess they're making up for earlier.
Yeah, okay, so they were pretty nice. Sometimes, basically when an alien gets directly above you, the flying alien gets directly above you, they just start throwing beams down, and it's rapid fire, and it's really mean, and can ruin that part if you haven't drilled through the blocks to get down to the teleporter. And this strat was actually, I think, discovered fairly recently, but it makes the next level pretty trivial, relatively.
Yeah, compared to the old way.
Yeah, you used to have to use Micromax. You can cling to walls, that small like fly form, and there was some pretty tight platforming to get through this level. But this was discovered that makes it insanely easy. You just kind of fly through everything. Say bye bye everybody. It's pretty nice. Peaches wasn't so happy about it though.
Yeah, I think you like the old way better.
Well, I mean, he's also amazing at the game, so... Yeah, no, he also just liked the platforming of it. I do like it, it's just way difficult, so I much prefer this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like, as Spellzapp was saying, there's really no glitches or any kind of crazy tricks, it's just really tight platforming throughout. Some pretty brutal parts.
Well, and a lot of the reason for that is actually because this game will actually just kill you if you get anywhere near out of bounds.
Yeah. Or get anywhere near platforms and something else.
Or
crush deaths or
aliens and something else, or...
Yeah, and basically yeah, exactly. The out of bounds or platforms or anything, you can get crushed extremely easy in this game. Or, for example, changing from Micromax here into another form. Because he grows, and if you grow into a ceiling or something else, you get crushed. It's pretty brutal.
I've actually died where if you slide down this wall into this elevator here,
That's a crush
into the
test?
corridor, yeah, it'll crush test you.
Oh no, I have not done that. I'll have to keep that in mind. So here's another big pressure point of just alien RNG, whether or not you can get away with keeping Micromax helmet. Looks like it might be pretty mean. Oh, I think he's good. Nice.
Yeah, it ain't over yet, so.
Yep, there's more alien RNG to come, and even bigger pressure points. Because there are so many of them, and the platforming is pretty difficult to get through, because you kind of have to on the fly realize where the positioning of the aliens are.
I'm gonna use it right there.
I'd use it, yeah. So that's the Micromax's power. 20 gem power is a little heat-seeking snake. It's pretty dang helpful. Sometimes it's weird. I don't exactly know how its detection works. I don't know if it's based on the way it's rotating around you or not. Do you know that?
Yeah, so it goes around you in like a counterclockwise circle, and I guess it's like if it gets close enough to something, it'll kind of chase it down, and it'll kill it. But sometimes it just doesn't respond.
Yeah, sometimes it doesn't respond, and then also it will not be good at chasing whatever it is, and it'll like miss it and have to do a loop around. And
Yeah, but it makes that alien IO level a lot safer.
oh yeah, yep, it absolutely does. Are you going to get a couple gems somewhere?
Yeah, I'll just grab the ones at the beginning.
Now this is a really difficult level.
So what we've done is we've saved up a lot of gems throughout the run, and we're kind of just going to blow them all on this level because Skycutter's gem power is to just be invulnerable for a short period of time. And so we can just kind of skip through all these weird, admittedly weird monsters for this game.
You can still very easily fall out. Like there is no bottom to this level. Like if you
Yeah,
don't
this
see a
level's
block down there.
incredibly hard.
So you can fall out even if you're invincible. That's that is worth noting. So this is a very difficult level. Blowing through it. Ooh, that was kind of close to crush.
Yeah, I saw that.
All right.
Just feels like there's just not enough time in this game to explain.
Yeah,
Everything's
there's
going on
a lot of stuff we skipped, but it's because how quick these levels are going by. We're coming up on the last screen here. This is the final boss. But yeah, if you're interested in this game, play through it. Try playing through it casually. Just see how hard the game is. It's definitely a a pretty well-known like let's play killer. It's a pretty tough one to get through. If you don't know what you're doing, you'll get lost. It's tough. But yeah, let's focus on this.
Yeah, so we're going to do the same thing. We're going to try and kind of go into the ceiling. We're going to do a special setup for a quick kill here. I think I got it. Ooh, that's close. Yep, and so time's going to come up on this flag touch. Time. Man, that went fast.
Nice. Very nice. Yeah, that was a good quick kill there.
And I think, all things aside, past the little early on troubles, I think that was a pretty good run.
Yeah, no, it was really evened out there. Got real solid. I think we went over the majority of things. There's definitely some stuff we could have talked about, but yeah, if you're interested in this game, give it a shot. It has, like I said, the physics of it, like the air control stuff, it's a little polarizing to some people, but you know, give it a shot, see if you like it. I certainly really enjoy it. Could definitely use some more speedrunners of it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, shout outs to all the Kid Chameleon speedrunners and Chubbis and the gang for hosting this event. I mean, it's gone pretty smooth, huh? So
Yeah,
keep it up, man.
So, well, what do we have up here? We have Chicky Chicky Boys by Ace Gamer Sam. Did you have anything else to add?
No, I mean, if if they wanted, there's so much to go over. Again, this game's all about small, small movements, and yeah, it's just a very, very good game all around.
Yeah, it's a very, very solid game. Well, thanks for doing this run, man. That was very solid. I couldn't have done better myself, so thanks for that.
Thanks, man. Yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
All right.